Let's be honest. When you first look at the Xtra Sphra 360, you might do a double take. Because yes, it looks exactly like something DJI released recently. In fact, the first time we saw it, we actually checked the box twice to make sure we didn't accidentally get the DJI Osmo 360 from the multiverse. But no, this is the Xtra Sphra 360, a camera that claims to pack high-end specs, premium build quality, and advanced features, just in a body that makes you say, where have we seen you before? So today, we're breaking down everything it does well, where it struggles, and whether it's a brilliant underdog or just a very stylish impersonator. At first glance, the Sphra 360 looks familiar. A slim rectangular body with dual fisheye lenses on each side, giving you a 360-degree field of view. It weighs about 181 grams, which surprisingly feels lighter than you'd expect from a camera boasting a large sensor. The build feels sturdy enough for everyday use, and Xtra claims it's waterproof up to 10 meters. But here's the catch. They also warn against direct underwater shooting, since wide fisheye lenses tend to struggle with refraction and stitching underwater. So yes, you can take it to the pool or beach, but don't expect perfect underwater footage. Now let's talk about the big selling point: image quality. The Sphra 360 uses a custom square CMOS sensor that Xtra claims is equivalent to a 1-inch sensor in low-light capture and overall clarity. And honestly, the results are impressive. Photos go up to a massive 100 megapixels, which is great for landscapes, city shots, and VR tours where tiny details matter. You get good dynamic range, fairly accurate colors, and the large aperture, f-stop 1.9, helps a lot in indoor or low-light scenes. Furthermore, the camera shoots up to 8K 360-degree video from 24 to 50 frames per second, which is more than enough for professional reframing workflows. You can shoot first, then crop and export your favorite angles later, whether that's a traditional 16:9 shot, vertical 9:16 for social media, or a square frame for creative edits. Resolutions like 6K and 4K are also available if you want smaller files or longer recording sessions. Stitching quality looks decent overall, with smooth transitions and minimal ghosting in most conditions. However, like all 360 cameras, it can struggle with very close objects or scenes with lots of fine patterns. It's not perfect, but considering the price and spec sheet, the results are more than respectable. The Sphra 360 includes Xtra's stabilization system called Motion Master, along with a feature called 360 Lock that keeps your horizon perfectly level even if the camera rotates. And in real-world use, the stabilization feels solid. It's not quite at the level of Insta360's flow state, but it does a great job smoothing out vibrations from biking, walking, or handheld shots. One of the more fun modes is bullet time, where the camera captures slow-motion panoramic footage as you swing it in a circular motion. It's a bit of a gimmick, but it can create some really cool cinematic moments if you use it creatively. Then there's pre-recording, which saves a few seconds before you hit the shutter button so you don't miss spontaneous happenings. This is great for vlogging, travel moments, or active environments where things happen suddenly. With 4 built-in microphones, audio from the Sphra 360 is surprisingly decent. It captures spatial audio, which is important for 360 playback, and there's noise reduction to help minimize wind rumble. Now, is this going to replace a dedicated mic setup? No. But for an action-style 360 camera, it performs better than expected. One thing to note, early community discussions warned that the camera might lack wireless mic capability, but Xtra's official specs mention Bluetooth connectivity. So you can pair wireless earbuds, but it's unclear how well this works for serious recording. For the cleanest audio, you'll still want external recording. This is one area where the Sphra 360 tries to solve a common 360 camera problem: storage. It includes 105 gigabytes of built-in memory, which is extremely helpful because 8K footage burns through storage fast. On top of that, it supports micro SD cards up to 1 terabyte, so you can shoot for long periods without constantly offloading footage. Battery life, however, is still a question mark. Shooting 8K 360 video is extremely demanding. Expect it to be similar to other 360 cameras, roughly 45 to 70 minutes, depending on resolution and conditions. As for reliability, this is where buyer caution comes in. Some creators on Reddit mentioned concerns about the brand's background, firmware support, and long-term updates. Since it's not as established as Insta360 or GoPro, long-term confidence isn't guaranteed. But if Xtra continues updating the software and fixing issues quickly, this may not be a deal-breaker. Using the Xtra Sphra360 is generally straightforward. The touchscreen interface is clean, the reframing tools are easy to use, also gesture and voice controls are a nice bonus. The camera processes 360 files quickly, and exporting reframed videos is simple. Great for creators who want quick edits for YouTube Shorts, TikTok, or Instagram Reels. Because of the large sensor and high resolution, the files are heavier than average, so you'll want a decent phone or computer to handle editing. If you're used to traditional action cameras, this workflow will feel different, but if you're familiar with 360 shooting, the process is pretty standard. The Xtra Sphra360 positions itself as a premium 360 camera at $549, which is exactly the same price as the Insta360 X5. Considering you're getting 8K video, a large sensor, better low-light performance, and built-in storage, the value is strong. The real question is, would you buy an Insta360 X5 or Xtra Sphra360 at this price? The Xtra Sphra360 is one of the most interesting 360 cameras to come out recently. It's packed with features that creators really care about: 8K video, 100 megapixel photos, built-in storage, solid stabilization, and a sensor that delivers great low-light performance. The design is lightweight, the controls are modern, and the workflow is creator-friendly. That said, because it's still relatively new, there's a bit of uncertainty about reliability, firmware updates, and long-term support. Also, price is equal to Insta360 or DJI's recent action camera, so people will actually find it hard to consider. It gives you a lot for the money, but can you trust it? For everyone else, the Xtra Sphra360 might just surprise you.